So welcome everyone, my name is DemEyesRed and I'm here by casting the bronze finals of Legacy of the Huns, a matchup between Vivi and TheViper. Alright guys, so this is the current situation. Huns War 1v1 best of 5 on Arabia. What else is there to expect and to want? I think this is just top notch. Both players are known to have played against each other a lot, and also in team games, even in casual team games, stuff like that. So expect just the nicest gameplay here from both. And yeah, let's just start with the Viper on the left hand side. Look at this map, we can see it looks quite gloomy indeed. Gold in the front, don't like it. Wood line is okay. Stone on the back, alright. This hill is not that good in particular. This is also where his berries are, as well as his boars. Okay, that's an interesting build order here. Wait a second, am I missing out something? Okay, that's actually interesting for sure. Okay, let's have a look at this one. A minute later here. In the meantime, let's have a look at Vivi at on the right hand side here, and we can see that his base is also not that good, as his gold is not in the back but in the front, as well as a second gold. The second stone is behind a cliff, super awkward. He also has only a safe stone, so to speak, at least a securable stone. This space can be closed off with palisades like that, and then closing off the back here with straight palisades. And the one of Viper actually also possible to do the same, kinda a bit more difficult though. Okay, he doesn't need to wall off this left hand side at all. He just can drag a palisade like this. He could close it off like this if he wanted to, and then like this and here. So in theory, this base would be safe, but there's not much in it, is it? Nothing at all. I mean, gold is going to be a huge problem here for both pairs. Therefore, from both pairs, as usual, aggressive gameplay. And that's of course good news for Vivi, as he can then play it super aggressively in order to prevent Viper gaining gold, basically. There's not much else to say. In case he's being trushed, he could of course use the stone. So can Vivi here. Therefore, quite of an equal situation. And I'm curious what we will see here. Now, this build order is extremely interesting, as the wood line has not been used. Oh, also... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He lost this villager there. That's of course really unfortunate. Things like that happen. But things like that shouldn't happen. And yeah. I mean, now this is just a bronze final. One would say that, okay, this doesn't mean too much, but that's actually not true. This is also important because there's a lot of prestige involved in this one, at least in my opinion. I mean, not only did you get a badge for your Vubli account or stuff like this, but it's the Huns War. Now, this is the most classical 1v1 you could go for in Age of Empires, in my opinion. Huns War in Arabia, 1v1. The reason why many people say, oh, this is actually not that much of an exciting thing, because we've seen it for 2 decades or something like this, but hey, because this is something really old school, so to speak, it's of course always good to see that it is being brought up occasionally in a tournament that is also involving a lot of prestige. At least my opinion. And yeah, so Viper's clicking up already with 18 pop. This is of course really interesting. And most likely it's gonna be a Trush or something else. Let me see. No, he doesn't get the gold. I think that we are about to see a Trush. Just a simple Trush. For Vivi it looks more straightforward. In terms of a... Oh no, it's not gonna be a... Oh, man at arms? But where's his gold? What is it gonna do? What's the plan? I don't understand. I mean, okay, he could launch his attack from here. Or is it gonna be a super early trash push? That can be as well. You know, he has the resources needed for that one. all in all, I'm not sure, guys. A trash push like that. For Vivi, as I've mentioned, it looks more like a classical Scout Rush 22 pop even, quite slow. Viper is clicked up and is infiltrated right now. Now I'm curious. Spearman? Archer range. Spearman? Ah, trash push. Okay. Of course, for Vivi, it's actually that early that he doesn't even have to go for stable now. He could instead go for an archer range right away. It's actually interesting to see it like this. Normally we see Vivi doing this very strat, but this time it's Viper doing this strat on Vivi. Quite ironic if you ask me. Quite ironic indeed. Okay, so we can see it here right away. He has lost 2 villagers. And Viper has lost 1 there. Okay. Denying this barracks for now. Vivi is forced to build another barracks here on the south. Yeah, Viper's actually quite successful with this move. Even though, did he delete this here now? Why? He deleted this. Okay. I mean, okay, the barracks are up now, so there's no reason to have these facets here. Maybe he saves a bit more resources due to that by deleting those buildings, but it's not like a lot. At home, he is actually doing something for the sake of his economy, so he's not going all in as in idle TC and stuff like this. But still, a pretty much a trash push here, but it seems that he stops. He's retreating now. I mean, those villagers did their job. At least 3 of them. The other one will just save this tower here. But I guess the fact that Vivi actually walled off the space, as I've said in a way I described it, at least he was about to do it, was actually enough to for Viper to consider to retreat here. Consider retreating here, but basically. Of course, that's a huge setback for Viper, as he actually had to get more villagers, but how much was it? 2 villagers, right? Or 3? It's better than nothing, but he has also lost a villager. It could have been better, for sure. And now he's behind with 2 villagers. And better situation for Vivi, who's heavy on stone though. Speaking of stone, Viper actually goes for stone walls. Wow. I mean, okay, I understand he just might want to make sure that Vivi won't be able to get into the space in feudal age unless he takes his villagers to the front. But that's only because Viper is in a really bad situation now. Now Vivi can just simply do what he wants to do. Viper will have to play it more defensively. Well, in theory, as he goes for stable right now. So, and this guy, one of a kind for sure. I admire that. Okay, this is also more of an important and essential tower to secure this gold. Something both players should do at some point, unless they go for stone walls like that. But the security of their exposed gold piles that are the only way to go for gold in this game, they need to be. This is really essential to go for it, basically. So fully understandable, and therefore the game just carries on like that, with Vivi having a decent villager lead in the beginning already. Military-wise, also Vivi the one leading. This stable is not doing too much at this very moment. No, just the blacksmith incoming, okay. Interestingly, all his military buildings are outside of his base. And this one has not been fully walled yet, but will be. Well, having spent that many resources like that, actually means that he needs to get more stone in terms of being able to wall this area like that, but also if he has ambitions to get more TCs in this game, which will be most likely the case as he walled himself up like that. Wow, just in time, man, just in time. Of course, as he walled himself up like this, a boom-based approach is more of a viable thing to go for. Okay, both are going for wheelbarrow. And I guess now we're gonna have a slower game, slower paced game, because now Viper officially fully walled up. So what are the options? Vivi can actually do what he wants to do, he can even go for the whole map, as Viper is now boxed in like that. But Viper has the opportunity to go for some walling here as much as he wants to. He's lost another villager there, by the way. So 33 to 38. And now he's getting some gold. With the ambitions to click up, maybe eventually. Most likely. What about Vivi's economy here? He also wants to go for the next stage as soon as possible. Go for the market here, as he has a decent amount of stone. He can just sell it, at least 100 stone, and then buy a little bit of food for that in order to click up as soon as possible. The come up plan after that one could be additional archer ranges if he really wants to go for it. But he adds another mining camp. That is an interesting one. Maybe the addition of a castle somewhere, somehow, would make sense also. Bruce is asking, is this a live match? This is a recast of the bronze final of Vivi versus Viper. And I guess Astronauts is right with what he just said. I cannot deny. Alright, so as I've said, both are clicking up. The timings are not that beautiful, especially for Viper, but understandable due to the setbacks in his own base. But he has two villagers in the front as well, we have to keep that in mind as well. Looks weird here, right? While Vivi is walling his base up even more, just to be sure that no huge knight armies or cav archers will be entering. So speaking of armies, what is there to expect? Nothing much for now. Go see Bloodlines for Viper. And that being said, probably not knights, not necessarily. He can just go for calf watches. Let's see. Alright, so Vivi finally in the next stage, and he's dropping the castle as I've mentioned, with that much stone. Why not? Why not? So I'm just curious what Viper will do against it, because now's the time, once especially Vivi adds a couple of rams to it, or mangonels, depends. Now's the time that Viper actually needs to do something here. Scaleboarding incoming, so knights indeed. TC for Vivi, probably more TCs for Viper also. Even though we have to keep in mind that he goes for... Oh, monastery, interesting. Oh, okay, okay. He goes for knights, I was going to mention, but he actually doesn't. He will actually go for targets, it seems. What about Vivi? Still don't get it too much. And this match is already a mess. Gotta admit. So this castle actually didn't do too much, but the Tarkans are being produced. So we actually skip everything. No knight. Oh, knights indeed. Still, okay. I thought both are going for Tarkans. Okay. I've just assumed this because neither of those players went for any kind of units. These archers were produced way before. Alright, so fletching incoming even. What about this archer range? Nothing, man. Fetching just for the sake of his towers, probably. This castle has been denied, by the way. Unbelievable. And the Tarkans are on the way to enter the space. The monastery will be able... I mean, the monks coming off those monasteries will be able to do something here. Just a monk like that won't save the world. Especially if more Tarkans are incoming. Yeah, there's a conversion now. So of course good news for Viper. And these Tarkans have no upgrades or whatsoever. Nothing, not even bloodlines. And now just +1 defense. Better than nothing, but still not enough. At least when facing TC fire and stuff like this. Even though they're known for being tanky. Not like this though. The TC of Viper doesn't have fletching or something like this. Also worth mentioning. An attempt of Vivi to wall this one off to deny it. Wow. This castle, man. Painful to watch for sure. Both are crippling each other, but I feel that Vivi is doing more damage. As he's inside of the base of Viper, has denied this forward castle. He has his own forward castle here. Simply doesn't look too good. Even though the conversions, of course... Oh, great stuff, great stuff. And now, Vivi with his next... Viper with his next attempt here. To save the world. To get this castle up, finally. Oh wow, look at this. What a messy game. Villager count 58 for Vivi, 45 for Viper. Just for your information. Man, what is this even? I don't believe it. I guess Viper can just call us here. Man, this castle has been a big fail here. It's a best of 5, so it's not over if he loses this match here. You can still win the other matches if you really wanted to. So it's not... I mean, the matchup is not over. This game, though, seems to be over. Sanctity now incoming. We know what that means, but is it going to be great? Is it going to be beautiful? I don't know, man. Astronauts is asking, are you sure that this is Viper? Well, yeah. This is confirmed. This is a Viper. But it's not as if he's completely... I mean, in this case he's failing for sure, but I'm not sure if he takes it too seriously at this very moment. At least in this match, in this game, I mean. The matchup in total he will take serious, but I guess this game he's just trying to do something, adapting as much as he can, because somehow he's still in the game by being able to convert and stuff like that. And he, every time he failed, actually, he is securing himself. But now that he has gone forward with his monks, the Tarkans will be able to get their hands on many villages. Man. Let's have a look here. What about those Tarkans now? Still no meaningful upgrades here, just +1 defense. Like I've said, this is better than nothing, but it's still not enough. Viper even going for fletching now, he wants to... Oh my god, this petard is just the showcase of what's actually happening here. Unbelievable stuff by the Viper. Meanwhile, the Tarkans are inside. 76 to 48 villager count. It's just pretty sure once Viper loses his army here and these castles are being taken down, it's over for sure. I think it's quite over at this very moment anyway, due to the fact that Viper is being raided like that. And also he has a decent set of calf archers. Once they go inside, of course, it's gonna be troublesome. I guess we missed the P-dot action here. Yeah, we did, but it was not successful. I think it's GG now. Military numbers 2 for the Viper and 11 for Vivi. This gold, of course, is really helpful for the Viper, but after that one, I see little hope. Alright. Come on, man, stop. Alright, good. Let's go for the kills. There we go, GG. Wow. Wow. Quite underwhelming first game here. But hey, I'm sure it was fun to watch it, at least from the perspective of the Viper on his stream. So it's cool, it's cool. And Vivi gets his first point in this best of 5. Great stuff, man, great stuff. Who's really Zhao? That's Vivi. AKA Fat Dragon, or however the people are calling him. Of course, one of the best players currently. Okay, I say we just continue here. Just forget about this first match here and go for the next one. That is, yeah, match number 2, Viper versus Vivi. Right away, we're gonna start. Yeah, that was really an underwhelming first game, but I think both players are capable to do more, especially if Vivi does play full aggressive here. Could be really entertaining for sure. So what's up, guys? Game number 2 of the bronze finals between Viper versus Vivi. And let's just start with player number 1. In the northwest that he is, with his resources scattered all around the place. Once again, a bad map for sure. It is even wallable to a certain degree. Not that much though, the more I think of it. This left-hand side is, but this resources, this gold is not good in particular. This stone is bad. This gold is bad, of course. The stone is meh. But all in all, yeah, this is not a good map. It can be still worse, but this is a bad map. Alright, can we agree on this term? Yeah, I think we can. So that's that. Southeast of the map we got Viper. And his base also not the best, gotta say. The woodline is fine. Bad gold to the sides. You could maybe secure it with some walling, but it's awkward, man. It's awkward for sure. Awkward, forward and awkward. Nerdrage is asking, would you have won versus him? Against Viper, you mean? I think not. I simply think not. I mean, I'm sure I will find out one day, because there are streamer tournaments and stuff like this, so maybe I will have the honor and occasion to play Viper once, but I will desperately fail, I guess. Yeah, he played bad, but it's still it was a bad play, but he actually survived for a long time. He went for trash push with 17 pop it was, or 18 pop, and he didn't die right away. This is also for a lot of skill, a lot of knowledge, a lot of emergency planning there for sure. So while I didn't like it, it's not that Viper played it bad here. This is my point, but well, if one of you guys say they would have beaten Viper, then I respect that, of course. But I would definitely like to see this. Unless you're one of the top 10 players, right? Of course, of course. So yeah, that's the current situation. Both don't have the nicest maps. Astronauts even suggesting a rematch here. Well, there have been some occasions even worse than this, in which I believe it was Yo versus Stout, and Yo didn't have any woodline. He literally had to build a lumber camp here. I'm not even kidding you. So that was an occasion to call a re, but I guess these players just simply go for what they get here and just try it out. But I'd agree, if one of those players went for a rematch, well, of course, but it's a best of 5, so you also need to time it well. Maybe the later you kick in with the re, the better. You also have to think of that kind of strategy. It's not even based on which game you're playing, just the set of best of 5. Maybe think wisely when using this rematch. Maybe that's the philosophy behind that one. Chosen Potato says, Viper could beat me with his monitor turn off. Well, that's all not only true for you. Not only you. But yeah. That is the current situation. Vivi now about to click up, getting a loom right now. And the Viper isn't. Will he go for one more villager, or will he even continue to do something more? What about this deer patch? Will he build a mill? And he will at least drush it. Yeah, there we go. Drush into archers most likely. Unless, of course, another villager's being... Nah, that's good. So drush into archers, or crossbows, so to speak. One of these things. I mean, no, archers. And we've seen Viper doing this one a couple of times. Meanwhile, Vivi is going forward here, looking at his res. You can see right away. Nothing too spectacular. Maybe he's going to go for a trash push himself, as he's already clicking up like that. It's just going to be a bit troublesome, as the rush is about to go into his place soon. And I see no sign of an early clicking up. I see no sign of... Wait a second, this is going to be Drush into Fast Castle? Yes, it is. This one confused me last time, but this is only because of him getting Loom that early, so to speak, early. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe just in case he gets crushed or something like this, right? It's more of a functional Loom that he goes for, which I can fully understand, of course. And yeah, if he has troublesome boars or something like this, also a bad thing. Well, there's gonna be a trash push here. Just a simple-minded, innocent trash push. We've come to the point in which I call this one innocent, having seen the things I've seen, man. I mean, this just crazy. Especially from Viper, those tattoo pushes or rushes that he's gone for. Extreme stuff, man, extreme stuff. It makes a trash push look like a child's play. Alright, so for now we just see this trash push. Could work in addition with towers. Of course, nice way to deny this one here. There's also a second wood line for Viper. We need to keep that in mind if you're rooting for Vivi. Otherwise, it's just gonna continue like that for now. Viper is forced to retreat with his militia just to be able to compete. And his militia will be at least able to do something about the current army composition that he is facing. In addition, with his villagers, it could be working, but easier said than done, as the numbers of Vivi and his micro skill is good enough. Also, a skirmisher there, archer, sorry for that one, is of course a thing not to be underestimated, especially for those militia who get a lot of damage due to these kind of attacks from archers. Meanwhile, as I said, it's going to be a rush into archers, not that well executed due to the fact that Vivi was in Viper space quite early, according to his own estimations. And yeah, so 5 villages already on gold. So I got hosted, I guess. The sound is the host sound. For whoever hosted me, thanks so much. If you would reveal yourself, I'd even appreciate a thank you on behalf of Rubly Official. I thank you. Or if it was just bits or something like that, also thanks for that. I don't know, man. As I have only one screen and... Host! Senor Happy End, who hosted me? Was it you? Was it you, Habibi? Unlucky stuff here. What is this even? What is this even here on the right hand side? I don't know. So yeah, if it was GPN, then thanks, bro. Thanks, Breda. Mucho apreciato. Oh, it was Krupski. Alright. Thanks. Thanks so much. So what's up, guys? DemEyesRed here, and I'm casting here on Vobly Official. In order to do some recasts on the Legacy of the Huns, I've been able to cast all of the matches so far for concerning the final stage, and I'm about to finish it off here. This is the bronze final we see, a matchup between Viper and Vivi. This is the second game, and we will also watch the finals. Just for information, it's going to be a longer stream. This has been a long stream already, and this is going to be an even longer stream. Alright, so this trash push was successful to a certain degree. Idle time, some control over gold, this looks good, but also the amount of skirms now by Viper not to be underestimated. At least pikemen, potential pikemen, will have a tough time here. Pikemen, spearmen. And yeah, this could be annoying for Vivi in a couple of minutes or seconds. Let's see about this one. Let us see. I'd say Viper is moving forward here. Villager count slightly in favor for Vivi. Slowly but steadily approaching there. I don't know what his intention is going to be. What kind of forward he is planning. But we will certainly see something weird. Something weird for sure. Mass skirms and villagers. What in the world? I mean, he can go for towers. At least one tower. He can take down this tower. That being said, Vivi will be able to get up more towers as he was going for this trash push. Of course, adding up towers helps a lot here, significantly. Oh, it was GPN, so why the fake news, man? Why'd you guys lie to me? Then, once again, thanks. Thanks, Sea Dog. Appreciate it. $50 and doing god a job, brah. I think Viper is doing quite well here. That's true indeed, but so is Viv. Both players are doing great stuff here. I mean, the way that they act with their toxic gameplays here at this very moment, towers, trash armies, it's working for both of them, and Viper's going all in for sure. Many villages that he has in the front. Just needs to make sure that he needs to reassign their fighting tasks here. Otherwise they just end up losing, dying for nothing. Okay, $50, I got you, man. Appreciate it, man. Nice one. So yeah, well, we see this awkward situation in which Viper is forced to repair this tower like that while being attacked, losing a decent amount of his units. Oh yeah, that link that Mr. GPN just posted, that is even true. That's not even a scam. That will lead you directly to my page. So if you want to show me some love over there, be it follows, $5 million donations, just go for that one real quick. Otherwise, just stay here and watch this beautiful, so to speak, beautiful gameplay. And of course, $50. Thanks so much. I appreciate the nice comments there. I'll keep it up for sure. You too as well, I hope. Alright, so Viper now retreating here. For given reasons, of course. I mean, look at this mess. It didn't work out too well here. 28 villages versus 35. Still having top score due to his military lead, probably. Maybe scouting-wise, he's also doing a better job. Let's look here. I mean, that's Viper we're talking about. Not that much. What about Vivino? Also not that much. Okay, so Viper maybe... I don't even know, but he has his own ways. And has the score lead here. It doesn't mean too much anyway. Most importantly now, though, is the messy situation that he is in. That is, of course, due to the lack of villagers. Many of them have died, but this is also because the TC is sometimes idle there. What about the one of Vivi? Well, also... no, it's working. Maybe a little bit of idle time there, here and there. But that's also because they're so busy here fighting. And these fights involve a lot of villager work. And it's really important not to lose them or use them in smart ways. Smart ways. I just want to make sure to end my anxiety. This TC is working again. And yeah, both players not able to click up for the next stage. It's going to be a full field of war, as you can see. In case you didn't realize. And yeah, it looks extremely messy here. But Vivi is making sure that his existence is pretty much present in this space. Even though he's gonna lose his front tower, that's of course unfortunate. Great move by the Viper to block it off in a way that the villagers theoretically would be forced to take a detour here. Giving his scrums a lot of time to strike. Yeah, I think Viper does really well once again. He's making sure that the villagers of Vivi are slowly but steadily dying here. And he's cleaning up the mess in his base. That's the most important thing. I just wonder what the next plan is going to be. For Viper, it's quite sure. It's quite obvious here. Going for a counter raid, annoying Vivi as much as he can to force him to go away from his bloodline here. At least in theory. Feudal Wars, man. I'm not a big fan of it, gotta say. I like me some Castle Age fights. But you never know with those players. They just go for whatever they want to go, or whatever they think is the most sensible thing to go for, according to the map, to the behavior, to the development of this whole matchup here. Therefore, they will tell us how it's gonna be like, and we'll just stick with it and do our best understanding and kind of seeing the good things in it. Alright, so the numbers of scouts actually quite decent. This is going to be really important for Vivi because scouts hard counter skirmishes decently, but spearmen, of course, dangerous when going up there with scouts. So careful, careful. But all of this is really helpful for Vivi as he constantly annoys the villagers on gold for Viper. What about the gold for Vivi, by the way? Well, he has his gold in theory, but he doesn't get any as he is concerned with other things. Interestingly, and many of his villagers were just getting stone, but now they're just garrisons. That's idle time, a lot of idle time. 12 villagers idle for now. Maybe one of the reasons why Viper was top scorer quite early there, as Vivi somehow has a lot of idle time there. Now, it's not like he has other things to do. Of course, it's the skill of the player to be good in multitasking. For now, he's remembered right now, and all good, all good. It could have been way worse. Alright, so Vivi finally retreating here, it seems, as he's being chased by a handful of scouts. Wheelbarrow also incoming for him in order to improve his economy. The amount of farms is quite decent. The one of Viper as well, though. So both could have ambitions to click up, but for that one we would like to see gold for Vivi. That is going to be incoming due to an additional second watchtower to protect his gold. For Viper, it's going to be the same, probably. He's going for gold heavily there. And yeah, maybe now we will have a moment of silence here, as both players are now trying to rebalance their situation, so to speak, just to finally continue with this game, right? Because this has been a messy situation here for a longer time. Yep, this is how it is. Pressure is still on because those palisades don't do too much, do they? And believe it or not, but Viper's villager number is better than the one of Vivi at this very moment. As well as his military numbers, he's going for foraging. An indication that he wants to remain in Field Edge a little bit longer. In this case, I can fully understand. An additional second stable is important. An additional stable, I mean. And Vivi has the same ambitions here, and he's gonna do a sneak attack, most likely. In the base of Viper, there's no spearman. Okay, this could be dangerous, especially this gold. Let's see about this. But meanwhile, Vivi is in a lot of troubles here. Stuck in his own base like that. Being raided all the time. That looks bad, looks bad. Slowly but steadily losing villager numbers. And it's about him getting the villagers now himself. As you can see, those scouts are tanky enough to go close by to the TC here, if needed. And the ones of Viper as well. In addition, they even have foraging though. I like this. Yep, so once this tower is down, of course, no more stone for Vivi, but it's not like there was a lot of stone left. Instead, the more important move was to put up this tower, just to secure the left-hand side of the base. A bit more. Yeah, all of those towers. Will it be working? For now, we can also see how Vivi is forced to go out of Viper's base, as there's a decent number of archers as well as a couple of spearmen and scouts. And meanwhile, Viper is just keeping up the pressure, it seems. Or is he? He's now retreating for now, maybe to reinforce, and then he's gonna go in once again, especially to get some easy kills here. If he attacks this woodline, of course, with his archers that are fletching. Beautiful stuff for sure. Yeah, terrible base, man. Still, Vivi's not giving up. He knows how to play it aggressively. Arthur's Shield is asking, and I'm just answering nope, this is Age of Empires 2 on Voobly. Okay. Okay. So, interestingly, Vivi once again leading concerning the villager numbers, so he was actually able to get a couple of kills, but Viper also with an idle TC due to the fact that he is lacking resources. Going forward once again, man, what in the world? Wow, so many scouts. Okay, this army is just there in order to take down the towers. So, basically, this is the exaggerated version of showcasing the current meta on Arabia, that is villagers being useful to take down towers, towers being useful to deny pretty much everything here. And Viper is going to showcase this one beautifully. So many scouts at the same time. Oh, this is pretty much GG, man. I mean, there's not much to do. Just a forward move like that. This is... What should I do? You need to get out with 50 villagers yourself, plus an army, but he doesn't have the army. Wow. Man, I hate towers. I hate what they do to us. I hate how they change the way of thinking of villagers. They're simply not good for us. I'm so happy that the current incoming changes balance changes involve nerfing of the towers, so we won't see these kind of things too much. I hope, I pray. I mean, this is always my main premise when I plan show matches on my own channel. I just make sure that we use the maps that involve nerfed towers there. But look at this, suddenly, the wood line is the one of Viper. And incredible stuff for sure. Meanwhile though, Vivi, similar ambitions, but I don't even know what to say about this one, man. Somehow Viper manages to have such a huge army. It's just so incredible, and I think I'm just trying to find scenarios in which Vivi can get out of the situation, but this will involve a lot of spearmen probably for now. This mill, man. It's incredible gameplay by Viper, but Vivi is still in the game. You know, it's not like as if he's just completely reacting. He's also making Viper react, but Viper has so many units, so many military units. All at home, he still has this archer troop that Vivi doesn't have, basically. Getting so many kills once again. Needs to be careful. Those scouts are not invincible. Still, here and there, getting nice kills, nice kills. This wood line is also potential danger zone. Wow. Lolly Ghost Swag asking why you hate towers. How are they OP? Well, the thing is, they can be used in ways that you can tower rush your opponents, and therefore it's first of all not nice to watch. You know, but that's just me as a caster, and that's just you as viewers. So if you forget about this one, which I shouldn't, as I am the caster, so I should never forget about your viewers. But let's assume we do so, and we just watch the game. It's just the towers deciding that there's not much micro or something involved. It's just about who gets up tower first, who manages the villages better, and yeah, it's just nothing much in combination with units. In this case, we see a lot of units though, so I'm not that much full of hate. If we saw a pure Trush without even merit arms or something, this would have been way worse. It's just they're easy to afford. I mean, you can afford them really easily. First of all, they can get up quite fast, and yeah, it's quite necessary to nerf the cost of that one, of those towers. Also, there are a couple of Trush civs, especially Koreans at the moment. We have Spanish, we have Tudans, and stuff like that. Of course, they would not. I mean, if people had these on Arabia with the nerfs, changing the cost of that one, also the uptimes and whatnot, it could be quite nice not to see much of towers anymore. Especially on open maps like Arabia, in which it is quite of an effective idea to go for towers. So while I'm explaining all of this, we can also point out that Vivi has lost more than half of his villager count. And I'm just wondering why he doesn't want to call it here. He tries to get a couple of villagers of Viper as well. We can't deny that, but it's not like he can do something about it anymore. So, yeah, Ocean's Essence is live. Well, I am live, but this is a recast of Viper versus Vivi here. And the bronze final of the Legacy Hunts tournaments, of course. And I simply think, even though Vivi did some stuff here, it's pretty much time to go for the next game here. I just say it. It's not because I am disrespecting it and say, oh my god, GG, oh my god, or something. It's just pretty much what Vivi says here. That's why. You're welcome, Lollygot Swag. You're welcome indeed. Alright, so the score now, all of a sudden, 1-1. It's a best of 5, people, so be prepared to watch more games here. And afterwards, like I've said, we're gonna watch the grand finals as well. So a lot of things to go for. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Because I am here as well, so are you. I appreciate the numbers. People watching here, thanks for the host, thanks for the follows, thanks for the subs. And whatnot. I really appreciate on behalf of Woobly Official, of course. Flu asking, what the fuck? It wasn't over. Vivi still had 20 worlds. You're right, man, you're right. What's up, Flu? Okay, so time for the third game here. I know, Flu, if you're interested in joining, I'm not sure if you like 1v1 Huns 1 Arabia, but if you're interested in joining the grand finals, just feel free whenever you want to. Or right now, just let me know, man. Just because you're here. But if you're not, of course, I can understand. I can understand. So so okay, Flu. I'll just I'll not read out loud here. But the grand finals is gonna be something else. As I don't want to spoil it now for the people watching on YouTube later. I know, but this could still take 30 minutes or so until we are done with this. Or even more, maybe an hour. I don't know about you. I will be there, man. I will be there. But if you will be streaming yourself or not, it's up to you. Feel free to let me know anytime, man. Just write me even on private or something. So at least I know the answer for this matchup here. I'll continue doing it myself. And that's, of course, fully understandable. Maybe in the grand finals we'll have our dear Flu as a co-caster. Which I would extremely appreciate, of course. Just to give him a reason to join. And yes, I will do so, Flo. So I don't know if this is fine for you. Alright, guys. So what is actually happening here, man? What is happening? Game number 3 between Vivi and Viper and the bronze finals, so to speak, of Legacy of the Huns. Huns. There we go. And this time let's start with the snack again in the northwest that he starts at. And yeah, what can we say, man? What can we say? Gold in the front, stone on the back, gold in the back, stone to the sides. Oh, also another gold here, if I didn't mention it already. Sorry for that one. Long stream here, long stream session, but yeah, this is how it is at this very moment. And I think this map is not even that bad. At least the resources are quite close. I mean, this front gold is quite close. The other ones are in the back. That's obviously not that good, but it's not like he cannot wall it. At least, I mean, it looks a little bit awkward, the wood lines and whatnot, but he has a safe wood line in the back. You could maybe close off a couple of areas here like that, using the cliffs, if he really wanted to do this. And no problem, Flu, no problem. I'm not even sure, 100% sure about today. but most likely it's going to be today. Depends on how long this best of 5 will go on. Maybe I'll just preserve my energy as well for the grand finals. Let's see about this. In case I will not do it today, I'll write you though, just for information. But all good, man, all good. Thanks for letting me know. In the southeast, we got Vivi. And having a look at his base, well, he also has back resources, so to speak, but fully exposed to the front, completely open. Just this one wood line there, basically. Gold in the back, even behind the wood line. Definitely the worst base here for sure, to say the least. And therefore, I think Viper has the better map here. Only because he can work his ways with these wood lines. Even though this one is just really... it hurts my eye here. It hurts me eye. So yeah, guys. What can we say? What can we predict? Well, for now, not too much. Woodline wise, okay, 3 villagers on wood, so we won't see men at arms or whatnot. Probably no Drush, no FC, no... nothing like that at least. But for Viper, we can maybe predict something like this. That is him with 4 villagers on wood, basically possible to go for men at arms or a Drush into archers, for instance. Well, let's see about this one. So Christian is asking what's next weekend. I would like to know that as well, actually. If Luke can elaborate. Well, because I don't know about the schedule for next week. Let's see. For your information, guys, I will try to cast as many arena tournament games. I mean, this invitational arena tournament that has recently started. And next to that one, we'll see. I mean, every Sunday, of course, Weekend SmackDown. And... oh yeah, of course, now I remember. Okay. You see, we don't even need Flu to answer this one. Now that I just counted 1 plus 1. Next weekend, Christian, we have a history lesson, of course. Of course, how could I forget? No, it's just Flu and me, we're going to tell you guys about some more epic games from the past. Some, yeah, really epic games, so to speak, Age of Empires games. And we'll plan to do that on Sunday evening, probably somewhere around 20 GMT or even later. It depends on when we will finish Weekend SmackDown. This is normally done by Willis, so Flu and me will take over afterwards, and that's the plan. So just for your information, we're even working on some graphics at this very moment, and therefore stay tuned, man, stay tuned. Okay. So as I've called it, a Drush is going to take place. We've also seen one villager taking 10 gold here. Drush into archers most likely. Nothing too spectacular. What's more spectacular is Vivi, of course. He is going for a trash push himself, it seems. Being drushed like that is always pain in the behind, so to speak. And that's because he has no military reinforcements in his own base. Instead, he needs to keep up the pressure right now, right here, building the archer range. Oh, it's gonna be a tower for now? Oh no, archer range. Alright. I feel it. Okay. Alright, we already got some villager fight, man. Man, Vivian Viper. What is that to say? What is that to say, man? I don't want to see them now. I don't want to see this, man. These villager fights all... I mean, I like occasional villager fights. Don't get me wrong. especially on Nomad, it's funny. Just ask Flu. But seeing the same stuff just mirrored match after match, that's maybe not the nicest thing. Question is asking, will you stream here mostly or on your own channel? Well, I am streaming on my channel mostly. To be precise, actually 5 or 6 days a week currently, but that's only because of my free time as university. I got this university, how do you call that? We got no seminars at this very moment. They're gonna start next month. And that's that. And of course, I dedicate at least one day, but most of the times 2 days, for the sake of Woobly Official, of course. So if you want to catch more of me, just feel free to tune in on Woobly Official, or just click on my channel, man. It's linked beneath the stream. And you're gonna see me there tomorrow, for instance. Alright, so double arch range by Viper. We got this trash push still in combination with the watchtowers. Some weird parasite gates, as we know by Viper, his favorite unit, so to speak. It is mentioned on several internet boards, forums. And yeah, that's that, man. Blacksmith incoming. That's gonna be crucial, of course, if the incoming skirmishes don't have fletching, but the ones of Viper will have him is, of course, really better, really good thing for him. Well, I'm not sure if he got double bit X already. I think so, but Viper now getting Horsecull and double bit X. That is that. Also gold on the back. I've talked about this one. It's in the back, it's far away, but it's still viable. More than this one, as Vivi now has put his tower here. This one is denied, logically speaking, just yeah, an event that is to be expected. And otherwise, it's just all about Vivi being the aggressor here. Question's gonna be for how long? As the skirmishes now, they don't have fletching yet, but once they have it, of course they will have better chance to survive here. But for now, the numbers are really important, and Vivi is certainly dominating. Even though it's 12-11, it seems that most of the army here consists of the scouts, also the militia here, and the other part is just walking around here trying to deny the next stable here. Exceptions, exceptions, exceptions. By Nerd Rage, programming is fun. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I'm a linguist, and therefore, for me, exceptions are always something concerning philology. And even there, man, exceptions, man. So I understand you in another way. There's no rule, just exceptions, exactly, guys. Just exceptions everywhere. And the exceptions, they just create a kind of system, right? And then we start to talk about rules. Well, in this case, I was just referring to the tower being brought up and denying this gold. Some kind of causality, right? Using logical terms here when this kind of thing arises. So, still interesting. Keep it coming, guys. Those topics are actually, for me, as an academic, super interesting. Not even kidding you here. Alright, and I'll just talk to the chat so much here, especially today, because, well, what we see is feudal wars here, and it's just about those skirms killing each other, and while Vivi maintains the upper position on the hill, it's still Viper having an edge here due to the fact, mostly, because he has fletching. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, this is, of course, a recast Nerd Rage. This has taken place already. Yes. Otherwise, it would have been really exhausting for Viper to go for quarterfinals, semifinals, and bronze finals in only one day. in the matter of 24 hours, and at the same time having a 24-hour stream on his own channel, man. Finished it just a couple of hours ago. So wow, if Viper really would have done this, man, I don't even know what to say about this anymore. But this is basically from a couple of days ago, beginning of the last week. Exactly right after 24 hours stream, I imagine. Oh no, oh no. If you want to know more about the events and their dates, check out AOE Zone. Yeah, aoezone.com and or .net. I always tend to forget. And there's a calendar on the right hand side. Also, you can click on the calendar tab to see more. And there you can see the upcoming dates for any kind of tournaments. For now, Legacy of the Huns is over. And other tournaments like ECL is currently taking place. We have the arena tournaments taking place. Occasional show matches organized by me lately. If you want to check them out, just yeah, click on AOE Zone or go to my channel, and I don't know, I have a YouTube button there. Check it out. Really freshly set up there, as in today. Just making some sneaky advertisement here at this very moment. But yeah, that's the situation, guys. If you want to know more, just check out AOE Zone, basically. Wasn't this a week ago? Yeah, exactly. Last week, a couple of days ago, so... Oh no! Oh wait, I'm just... Sorry, guys, it's just me being... Yeah, last week. It's still Sunday, right? No, it's even Monday now. Wow. Man, I'm streaming. And I'm streaming. Right, so, just excuse me, people, while I'm talking so much off topic. Not really off topic, but, you know, just some things on the side. It's just because, well, not much is happening. Just the interesting phenomenon that counter raiding is taking place, so both are not bothering too much, getting rid of the mess inside of their bases, just trying to provoke each other in a way that yeah, counter raiding is taking place, maybe forcing the opponent to go back, something like this, into the own base to clear everything up and blah blah blah, stuff like this. The usual thing we've seen now for a longer time. Alright, so no, this event is of course not 5 years ago. Speaking of things 5 years ago, it's gonna be on next Sunday, of course, in which we will have this historical stream, so to speak, on Vivi Official. Yeah, finally some positive movement. That is Viper going for Castle Age. Looking at this base here, he's gonna be able to afford living here, maintain his life. He's going heavy on gold, by the way. So we could see, yeah, he's going for stone mining. He's gonna drop a castle. Let's see if he's gonna put it here in order to defend the front of his base, or if he'll just go forward. Furthermore, probably he's gonna go for Cav Archers. No, he isn't. Scaleboarding armor instead incoming, so Knights. Probably Knights. Yeah, stable, there we go. Okay, this is possible. Why not? I dig that. And for Vivi, who's also going for Castle Age, he's going to go for Knights as well. Okay, let's see. So this is actually really nice. I mean, this momentum for Vivi here. He just Viper's just reached Castle Age, but now he's being heavily raided. Therefore, he desperately needs to pump out units, which he doesn't at this very moment. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, man, the Madman is still going. We'll see how I feel after this bronze final. If I go for the grand finals, I'll have a deep thinking session about this one. Okay, so Vivi also in Castle Age. Let's have a look here, what he's gonna do about it. Bloodlines incoming for Viper, chain body armor for Vivi. Both are pretty much doing the same thing here. castle incoming a defensive one. Not here, but here. Okay, I understand. Or is he going for... No, he should be going for at least something involving melee cavalry. And no calf archers. Yeah, Gladi TV is saying we never see castle age fights. True, and now, thankfully, we'll see it. I mean, we just don't see it between Viper and Vivi pretty much. And even we see it, it's just some weird product out of a huge feudal war. But we've seen a lot. Okay, okay. Interesting. Tarkans. Tarkans. Should have guessed. But knights for Vivi. Yeah, we've seen a lot of cast stage fights, especially in the qualification round and also in the quarterfinals. If DemEyesRed was an Age of Empires unit, he'd be a Castle Age knight. He's a workhorse. Well, I appreciate, man. Thanks for the compliment there. As I really do like knights, especially +2 knights, as we see it here. Oh my god, DemEyesGasm, man. Wow. Lovely stuff, of course. I take that as a huge compliment. Willis, my bro, thanks. Alright, so interesting to see. Tarkans versus Knights. I don't think that this is going to end really well for Viper in this case, I'd say. Let's have a look though. Because it's quite unusual to see Tarkans like that fighting against Knights. If these were Calf Archers versus Tarkans, I'd take everything back and say, wow, those Tarkans are doing work. But Tarkans actually something I like to see on Imperial Age. When Marauders and... wow, GG. There we go. There we go. It just doesn't work, man. Not like this. Marauders and +4 defense and ideally a lot of attack upgrades, then those Tarkans go crazy. Elite Tarkans then. I believe 170 HP, then 8 pierce armor in total, 4+4, something like this. Or is it? Or a little less than that, concerning the pierce armor. But still so insane, so tanky. It's just incredible, man. Okay, so then why not a market card? Oh well, as a unit. I know. I know why. I simply like knights, man. Simply like it like that. So Viper has lost this one. It's 2-1 for Vivino. Let's update the score right away. And there we go, guys. Wow, did I just kill the program? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Yeah. Correct. Everything correct. Okay. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Indeedo. Indeedo. Okay, looks good. And without further ado, as I like to say, let's continue and watch the fourth game between Viper and Vivi. Game is launching right away. So let's go, guys. Let us go. Because reasons, exactly. Simply because, man. Those market cards, simply because. I would say Melkor would be a market card. That's because that's his favorite forward unit in arena fights. If you don't know what I'm saying, you certainly have not watched enough fights involving Melkor. Okay, so what's up, guys? What's up? It's the fourth game of the best of 5, Viper versus Vivi. Vivi now having his match point. And is this correct speed now? It should be right. Let's reset it here. Yeah, it's all good. So this time, once again, let's start with player number 1 on the right hand side. That is Vivi. And yeah, woodline in the back. Cool. Woodline in the south. Okay, this woodline, nope. Gold, well, nope. Also not that nice, but concerning the security, maybe he could... I mean, this space is wallable, first of all. Let's start like this. There, 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 and there. And finally, Stark would have his own comfy place. But yeah, in this case we have Vivi, of course. It doesn't matter too much. He doesn't go for walling that much, unless he has to. And yeah, this gold side, I don't like it because it's partly on that hill. If Viper would be here somehow with any kind of ranged units, well, good luck. Stone also not that nice. This stone far away. This gold far away. Yeah, he needs to work with it. Therefore, securing it somehow, maybe just dragging a wall like this or like this, could be a way to secure it. Something like that. Probably. On the left hand side, we got Viper. And this space also not that good. Wow, this is a huge hill. First of all. And gold pile over there, gold pile over here, another there. Could be again wallable to a certain degree, but this hill, of course, danger, potential danger. But also this space could be walled. I gotta say, both have rather wallable bases. This one is maybe the trickiest part for Viper to wall off. Many tiles. But if he just starts building his barracks and archery ranges here and closes these things off with palisades, it could work if he really wanted to. Let's see what's gonna happen though. For now, we have to point this one out. Furthermore, the distance between the two TCs once again considerably long there. But thinking of it, maybe no, it's not that much. If he maybe placed barracks over here, for instance, he could even go for Drush or Man-at-Arms. Depends, of course. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. 4 villages on wood though, that's interesting from Vivi to see it like this. I believe he had 3 villages on wood when he went for the trash bush, so you might never know with this guy. For Viper, oh, also a lot of villages already. Interesting. Let's have a close look. For now, everything just according to the plan. No one's losing any villagers here. Viper is making the right moves, not losing his villager to a warlord. Going for the barracks that fast is, of course, quite suspicious. Probably going to see at least a drush into archers. I mean, he did that a couple of times, so it wouldn't surprise me at this very point. So yeah, let's see. Now he's actually doing what I've said here. Because why not? Right? Why not? Yeah, there we go. Looks ugly, I know, but it's effective. It's not gonna protect him forever, but those are potential 20 seconds or so in which he could be just safe. Vivi now going for Loom, and Viper doesn't. The usual drill. And with 22 pop, most likely just going to be a stable scout rush. Yeah, second lumber camp incoming, no gold being gathered or stuff like this. No move to this gold pile over here. Therefore, just the classical approach here. And yeah, meanwhile, Viper's walling himself up. He needs to hurry though. He has potentially 1 minute left there. Or even a bit more, unless Vivi does something crazy here. And that could definitely be. Meanwhile, we see 4 militia here going forward. And now Vivi needs to hurry. He actually saw what's going to happen, so everything's good. He needs to build this wall off right away. Maybe just go this way right away instead. No, he's just gonna close it like that. And then he needs to hurry really a lot. And I can't believe my eyes that I've predicted it right this time. Both pairs are actually walling off as I've measured them to do it. Yeah, there we go. This was really important. This is really important. Go, 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 go. Nope, nope, nope. Aww. This was bad now again. He needed that gate. Because look at this mess now. I mean, luckily for him, those militias are severely hurt. But this could have been even worse. And 5 militia even. Well, Viper is definitely going for a fast castle, that is for sure. Oh my god, double layers. Double layers. Double layers. Probably a dead villager. Yep, this is actually looking quite decent here for Viper at least, as he is in the base of Vivi, forcing him to close everything off here. Maybe if he is good enough, he can just, if he can just manage to do it here in this case, he can just cause more idle time. That would be, of course, really good for him. Meanwhile, though, the scrush of Vivi taking care of the remaining militia. I was going to say, what is this even? How many militia does he want to go for? He's nowhere near doing anything here. Oh my god, we're going to see this exact same thing we saw him doing against Spring here. Unless he wants to go for fast imp, but having produced so many militias, I don't know, man. I simply don't know. Man, this guy is just unbelievable sometimes. I like Viper a lot. I mean, personally, having met him and seeing it with my own eyes that he is a really cool guy. Of course, nice, but seeing this man, what is this here, man? He's clicking up, man. He's 33 villages. This is the exact same thing he did against Spring. What's missing is the third layer of palisades, and oh my god, this third layer. Oh my god. Oh my god. So let me recap real quick. What did he do with this 3 layers against Spring? What did he do? Just he went for knights simply, right? But a lot of knights. Man, this is just incredible. And Vivi now going forward? For what reason, you could ask yourself? Oh my god. So someone from the chat said the opponent that was MBL walling OMG and whatnot, but Viper, look at this, man. Look at this. Man, what in the world even? So let's have a look at this. He can click up right away. He just needs the buildings for that, of course. So once again, I made that stupid analogy to Khmer. So because I was severely insulted there by my buddy Mr. GPN, I will just say it again, just for the sake of him, if he ever watches this VOD. So if he was a Khmer, he could just click up right away. Did you know? But yeah, of course, double stable incoming. We're gonna see knights once again. So this is basically the exact same thing we've seen from the Viper. The only difference is that he doesn't use those gates. In this case, horizontally, to wall this one off even more. Instead, he just goes for the storm walls right away, and yeah, he chooses to do it like this. Interesting. I mean, it worked last time. Let's see how much of a working thing it's gonna be this time. Because there's a difference between Spring and Vivi in this case. Vivi is someone who actually knows how to deal with these kind of situations, and that is because he is the higher elo player. But I guess ever since that happened between Spring and Viper, I believe Spring now knows as well, so it's just Vivi is probably used to playing against players who wall. I mean, let's see. I'm just saying this because he's such an aggressive player. He's probably faced a lot of people who try to wall against him. That's my point. My interesting sound like a great Sean Connery impression, huh? Oh well, thanks for that. And I agree, Nerd Rage, this is just simply a bit of an, I mean, I don't want to say ridiculous in a disrespectful way. It's just, you know, what is this even though? Come on. Come on. Really? Okay, now he's on Castle Age and Vivi isn't. And he's going for Knights right away. And Gate makes sense a lot. And he's gonna go through here. Once he does that, of course, Vivi is in a troublesome situation. Looking at his base, though he's clicking up himself, has 2 archer ranges already. Let's see if he wants to go for a third one. He just needs to be careful, but he actually knows what's about to happen. He's seen those knights right now, and now he needs to find a solution to deal with them. Calf archers could work, pikemen can work, a monastery with monks can work. A lot of monks would be really useful in this case, but easier said than done, as Vivi has just arrived in the castle age right now. Going for this TC, this could be a brave one. A brave one. But luckily for him, Viper hasn't noticed, and therefore all good, all safe. This TC is going to get up. Vulu was saying this is this walling up as a do they call it like this? Huang? Okay. Cool to know. This is legit strat, bro. Yeah. I mean, it is a strat. It is a strat, but sometimes it's not that nice to watch, especially on Arabia. You know, we know Arabia as a map in which you play with a faster pace. But yeah, come on, come on. Who am I to complain? Me as a huge Stark fan, of course. I can't simply say anything against it. So yeah, this monastery is important. Is Viper on any gold? Yeah, of course. As he produces those knights, he is here. Of course, of course. I mean, I didn't check, so fair enough. But with these Knightos, I think Viper will be producing even more knights. Oh, and he is through that. This is of course really unfortunate. Thankfully, gladly, fortunately for these calves, they got fletching already. Fletching, vodka arrow, and not fletching. Also, they're going for this fight beneath the TC. I don't like this one, as yeah, Vivi has vodka arrow. He has also managed to get a conversion there. But furthermore, Viper has gone in here. And yeah, these knights only have +1 yet. +1. Third stable is incoming, as we've seen there. Man, we are about to hit 100 viewers, man. It's not like we got a major host or something, so I really appreciate this, guys. What's up, guys? What's up? Alright, it's continuing like that, and it just doesn't seem to stop. Viper is able to go crazy here even more. And yeah, gloomy situation, gloomy times for Vivi. This could be over very, very soon, because the mess is real. And it's not like he can do too much about it, because the knights are scattered all over the place as if they were eagle warriors. And yeah, the more knights are incoming, yeah, there's a lot of knights incoming, even more, man. It's just these scouts. Interesting. Oh yeah, let's see. Also, with just 2 archer ranges, it's not going to be easy for Vivi to mess up the numbers. And I think this is a fight now that in which Viper can engage simply, but I feel this +2 of the knights would be really gold. Let's see if he's gonna get one more conversion. Yes, he is. Well, Viper needs to add something to his army there. Wow, even the villagers are now going full crazy. At least siege workshop would be helpful, but I guess if this continues like that, that is Vivi not being able to do something against the constantly incoming knights, this will be over anyway. And as I couldn't even finish my sentence here, this has been a GG. How do you counter eagle warriors all over your place like strong ants? Yeah, how do you deal with it? Alt +4. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. I remember, man, I remember. That Alt F4 joke of yours. There we go. So interestingly, guys, we're gonna see a fifth match here. Wow, who could have thought? Look at this. 2-2 is the score. I am DemEyes amazed, to say the least. And with that being said, let us tune into the last and final game of the bronze final. This one has been a bit of a better game. No trash push or something like this. At least no disgusting one. And maybe I still have the energy to go for the grand finals. Yeah, let's see about this one. Let's see. First of all, let's have a look at the fifth game before, maybe this one will turn out to be just a complete mess. Let's do it, guys. Let's just do it. Alright. Game is starting. And there we go. Take my energy, glad he says. Wait. Got it, man. Got it. The Genki Dama is coming in, man. Just as Goku has taught us to do it. So appreciate the energy. And let's go. What's up, guys? Fifth game. Fifth and last game of the bronze finals. Vivi versus Viper. And let us see what's about to happen in this game. Viper on the bottom left hand side of the map. And has the most open base. And nearly a bugged stone there, but is not bugged. Unfortunate stuff for him, but it's not like he's gonna need stone. Because, as a gentleman, he doesn't go for trash, right? Yeah, the golds are on the front and wood in the front. He has a wood line in the back. That's also a secondary one here. That's of course really good news for him. But yeah, he needs to play it more aggressively. This base, in contrast to the other one, is not easy to wall at all. It's not. You simply cannot wall it. I mean, for the next 15 minutes, it's not going to be possible. And what he needs to do, if he really wanted to do something like this, maybe create a half circle or something like this. But nope. Don't waste your energy like that. Just go forward and pressure your enemy as much as you can. Also, really interestingly, I need to remember this one. Vipers, if I see a spot like this, I always send one villager in. But he actually goes inside of that with two villagers. And taking care of the trees on the left and on the right in this case. This is really interesting. Alright, so in the northeast we got Vivi. And that is him with a base that is slightly better as everything is more compact. It's wallable once again. And he has this gold in the back at least, in front of this ugly hill though, front is gold. It's not the best map, but it's wallable. So maybe he can work with it in a more defensive way. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I think this time Viper won't be able to go for a Huang strat, as it was being mentioned in the chat. Whatever that means, actually. I shouldn't use words that I don't know. That's a bad habit, man. It's a bad habit indeed. Okay. So pushing deer, the greedy move, as usual. But really helpful when you go for man-at-arms or a squash. And that is the current situation, guys. Once again, distance considerably huge. So I wouldn't assume that any of these guys will actually go for infantry. This will take just too much of time. And yeah, besides that, nothing interesting to point out. I think the mining camp, Neo says. Let's get Neo. What's up, my man? Mining camp? What about the mining camp? What about the mining camp, man? Oh, do you mean these lumber camps? Okay, they suspiciously look like mining camps, right? But you get used to it. And I really like these new architectures. It just makes it more of a beautiful thing. And as I'm not playing online, I mean streaming too much, I rather give my viewers a more pleasant view. Nicer colors, diverse architecture. And still the grid. Because I love me some grid, man. Lumber one, yeah, the lumber camp, exactly with the mining stuff, yeah, the mining camp, lumber camp. There we go. All right, so that is the current situation, guys. But interestingly, we see Vivi going for a drush. Well, what's it gonna be? Ooh. Okay, what is Viper actually about to do here, man? What is this? We have to point out militia are faster than villagers. Wow. Wow, beautiful, but what is the reason? What does he want to do with this villager now? Thanks, Neo, but you are as well. You are as well, to say the least here. And yeah, Viper's clicking up now, but I simply don't understand what this thing was about. Oh, don't tell me that he's about to do something really terrible. No, he's not going for gold. Okay. Yeah, he was trying to forward, but with one villager? Are you kidding me? Do you forward with one villager nowadays? I mean, I understand two, if you want to go for the really brave way, for the super sneaky way, but like that with one villager? I don't know, man. It's not how I do it, at least. I mean, of course, he wants to put the building as close as possible, but yeah, this is the risk that you can that you need to work with then. So Viper now in Field Edge has lost one villager and is being pressured by a drush. Not a good situation at all, to say the least. Vivi now clicking up, and this is a classical drush FC. Or is it? No, it is, of course. I was just thinking of the timing with this gold mine. This is just okay. He just needs to step it up there. 4 villages at least. At least. Yeah, 5 villages is going to be because of the timing there. He should have started a little bit earlier, theoretically speaking. But yeah, it's going to be a super decent FC here, as a strong one. He will have the opportunity to go for more TCs even. Depends on how he's going to do here with that many villages on gold. Of course, it could have a rather negative impact on his economy. But I guess it's going to be just fine. So meanwhile, the Drush just having a nice walk here. And Viper, who has given up on his attempt to scout rush, as he probably found out about his opponent's intentions. Yeah, he saw the walls there. Also, we see this beautiful fast palisade gate. At least he trapped his opponent like that. And they're not going anywhere anymore. But isn't going to be so helpful. Well, he's losing one villager there already. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. The problem for Viper now is that he is not able to do too much. Or is he? I mean, what do we see from him? Nothing. He's gonna go for gold, but that's only because he needs to click up as soon as possible. That's his plan. Instead of trying to go for a desperate attempt with archers or something like this, he just knows what's about to happen. So therefore clicking up as soon as possible is an option, but he also needs to find out about the unit that he's going to be welcoming in a couple of minutes. And in this case we can see it's going to be calf archers. So of course then going for spearmen doesn't make sense, instead going for an arch range. And first of all, maybe skirmishes would make sense, but also for the own set of calf archers. Well, just theory there. And was welcoming the militia here in the Thunderdome over here, Mad Max style, of course, because why not? Alright, so Viper actually managed to click up quite fast there still. I believe many players would have struggled there. So he just needs to make sure not to have too many villages on gold anymore, unless, of course, he has plans. His first plan should be getting more military buildings up. Or what is he about to do? I do not know. So far we don't see too much. He just stockpiles his resources. Okay, bloodlines. I mean, that is no surprise with the Huns going for bloodlines and Castle Age. It's just, you know, if you don't go for bloodlines, and I mean, it's not about the timing, it's just about the bloodline tag itself. If you don't go for it, you, I guess, do something wrong. You misunderstood something with the Huns. Okay. So that being said, what about these things here? Archery ranges, 2 of them, not 3 of them. Interesting. So most likely a sign for Vivi to go for a second TC after some time. At least earlier than if he went for his third archery range, for instance. But with this setup, currently it's only possible to maintain... Oh no, he's able to maintain 3 archery ranges, theoretically speaking. Well, let's see. Let's just go here. Let's just watch him slowly approaching. And yeah, the Viper, as he clicked up later, of course going for more TCs makes more sense, and Vivi staying with 1 TC is also a possibility to go for. He doesn't have to, but he can. He has this option. Viper strictly can't do this. He shouldn't go for 1 TC, basically, as he's aware of the situation that his competent opponent will step it up quite a bit there. Therefore, going for more town centers. Good choice, good choice. Also monastery there, because why not? Getting an extra conversion of a unit there, why not? Could help. Third archer range indeed incoming, so it will be Vivi who is playing it a bit more aggressively. He will be able to afford TC after some time, but not now. Okay, so knights are also incoming. They have +1 defense already. And the Calf Archers of Vivi don't have Botkin right now. They'll just get it in a couple of seconds. Yep, this is how it is. Also stable incoming there, maybe just to put in a bit of a Mitchell type of knights. And now, Vivi about to start the fight. 1 villager. It's 40 villagers versus 31, by the way. That's an interesting number there. How did that even happen? Did I miss out something? Oh no, it's of course obvious. Viper idled his TC to click up. Yeah, that's of course really bad. I didn't realize this one, to be honest, at least until now. But of course, not the best situation there, indeed. And now getting those monks would be perfect. Ooh, he's microing the monks, man. Who could have thought to see this, but it's actually happening. Microing priests like that. Just them Viper things. Just bloodlines. He doesn't have bloodlines. 50 HP, there we go. Didn't pay attention to it neither. Viper, of course, has bloodlines already, and he has +2 attack. Therefore, they're quite strong for now. Vivi cannot engage. At least not now. He needs to mess up the army, improve it, and now it's more viable for him. More Calf Archers incoming here by Vivi. And yeah, the 3rd TC finally incoming for Viper, and Oh yeah, now we see the second TC finally. There's a reason why this is happening. There's also a third one incoming pretty soon, I believe. Furthermore, husbandry, wheelbarrow and ballistics incoming. It's gonna have a great impact on his calf archers as well as on his economy, of course. And what about his third TC there, by the way? Oh no, he went for calf archers instead. He changed his mind. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, getting those monks will be important. Oh man, it's still not. Oh my god. Okay, this army is actually huge enough to deal with the knights. But it's not like he's gonna not take losses. So far, no successful conversions, I believe. But the knights are doing work, man. The knights are doing work, because the thing is, it's way more difficult to mass up knights like that. Especially because, oh, there's the first successful conversion. Because, oh, it's GG? What the? Okay, okay. It was still enough, okay. Wow, I was just going to elaborate on knights and their production and whatnot, but it's actually quite straightforward. I thought Viper maybe had a trick, but with just one stable, having idled his TC like that, was behind throughout the time. That simply wasn't a good decision there. I believe Viper just went for the wrong things here, especially in the beginning of the game. He actually saved himself a lot by going up early, but he just thought, you know what, that doesn't make sense. I will never be able to catch up with Vivi on 1 TC first, and then just 3 archery ranges, pumping out calf archers all day. And therefore, Vivi is the one winning the third place, and Viper actually the fourth. Wow. Who could have thought? Viper only fourth in this tournament. Well, the more you know. There we go. So congratulations, Vivi. But also Viper, of course, being fourth. That's better than nothing for sure. But I said it here, Legacy of the Huns is all about prestige. And Vivi at least made sure that he's number 3. Good stuff, I must say. Alright guys, so let's just go back here. There we go. So it's nearly 3 AM. I am not sure if I will be able to take on the grand finals like that. And you know, the most important thing is going to be the route reset that will be incoming in about 1 hour. So we will have a break anyway in between. But then I think, you know, when will I be able to go for the grand finals anyway? And since the ECL is upcoming, I think the relevance about Legacy of the Huns will fade away. And I would like to continue streaming on my own channel tomorrow, for instance. So I think I have no choice but just continue, guys. I know about the chat, if they want to see more about the grand finals. I guess I gotta do it. Gotta do it. Simply have to do it, I guess. Let me just tune in with some music. Alright, let's have a look here. What about our stream? Oh, we're number 2 anyway. So you know what? I mean, now that we have so many viewers already, it would be a waste if I would be streaming next time and a little number of people watch it, then I feel less of this sense of gratitude and whatnot. I'll do it, man, I'll do it. But for that, I expect every one of you to follow this channel. To follow mine as well, man. Go for it, ASAP. This is dedication, man. Dead honest here. Okay, so just a second though. I just gonna look at something on AoE zone here real quick. I mean, let me just have a mental break for a second, right? I cannot just simply jump into the next game. Appreciate, guys. Let go. Bullet says, Christian says, that's dedication. Yeah, man, we'll do it, man, we'll do it. Just bear with me then. After the router reset, we might be offline for a couple of seconds. I'll even have a look at the chat. If you remind me, I'll even pause the game until I'm back. It's just 30 seconds or so. Oh, Monday there's... nice. RTS League has new chapter playing. I won't be able to stream it, man. Damn. Because I'm at work then. Okay, so let me just have a look here on Arena Invitational. Because I want to see about the schedules there. Eddie versus Slam, that is what I'm saying. Okay, so 11 GMT? That's like in about 10 hours. I mean, it's Stam hasn't confirmed yet, but man, I don't want to miss this, man. Oh my god, so many things to go for, man. I don't do it. Wow. This game, man. So many events. I'm not even unhappy, man. It's just truth, man. It's just the truth. Now, Crash says, I'm not sure here whether I will manage to stay awake though. Will says, Wubi Official is a cool place to hang out. Like what you see, hang out often. You can see many different casters, and we are a community channel. Any interest? Check out the application below. That's true. Is this channel EU based? Nah, not necessarily. Why should it be? It's just international. We got international casters here. Willis, for instance, from the US. Influencer from the US. We got Katsuni from Romania. Nobody from the US. And I'm from Germany. Oh, Canada, technically. Well, technically, yeah, but still at the end, it's just international. It's just international then. Oh no, it's just 24/7 possible to see castings here on this channel. Alright, so most likely you're gonna see more stuff in 10 hours. Not sure if it's gonna be on this channel or my own channel, depends. We'll see. I'll decide. Yeah, other game is coming. No worries, no worries. Just give me let's say 1 minute. I wanna have a quick bite of something, just some chocolate or something to have more energy for my brain especially. And the next game is coming, guys. No problems. Don't run away, man. Don't run away. The people going now away, they are simply missing out the grand finals now. We are about to watch the grand finals, man. What is wrong with you guys? It's gonna be Yo versus MBL. Just for information. So just give me a minute. I'll just grab something, some chocolate, and then I'll go for it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do it like that. Just a second. So I'll just take out the rematches here right away. Interesting choice. Ah. Okay, now it's cool. Man, what in the world was that? Well, the Kingdom save game, there we go. So, taking out the rematches like that was not possible. Yeah, now it's working. All the files are correctly loaded, and therefore, just a matter of time. So watch recordings, and that would be... Nope, that's normal backgrounds. Oh, it's just called gold. Yo versus MBL. I also need to update the scoreboard, and then I'll take a 1 minute break, guys. Just really 1 minute. I'm not kidding. It's not gonna be more than that. First of all, the scoreboard, because I can't be bothered with this one after the break. Because I want to start with the game right away then. So what did I say? It was Yo versus MBL. Nerdwatch says that you're like the first German streamer on Twitch where I didn't hear the German accent. Greetings from Austria. Oh, nice. Grüße zurück nach Österreich. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. I'm studying English. And yeah, I've been talking this language for quite some time. But there's always a lot of things to improve. And I think casting is a way to go to do it. That's for sure. Talk English all the time like that. I just remember my first castings for Age of Empires. I was just pikeman doing this, because it was not like me not able to find the right words. No, it was me not able to find the right words, but I know the vocabulary. That was just plain awkward, man. Plain awkward. Okay, so what did I say? Yo versus MBL. Right. But I appreciate the comment, for sure, the compliment. And much love back to Austria, of course. I have a couple of Austrian Age of Empires buddies, namely LB10. I've even played with him a couple of days ago. He's the second best Age of Empires player from Austria. Cool guy for sure, really, really cool guy. I mean, if I knew him, I got this thing, if I knew him in person, as in if he was close by, we would be buddies even. That kind of guy he is. And next to that one, also the third best, my personal number one, of course, guy from Austria, aka never paid for emotes. Cool guy for sure. Yeah, it's really nice to have so many different people from all around the world, and by some coincidence also from Austria. I like this. Okay, just checking if everything is done correctly, and then we're gonna take the little 1 minute break. Yo versus MBL, right? Just double checking here before I just go into the game and all of a sudden it's I know, Vivi versus the Max or something like this. Yo versus MBL is the right thing. Okay. So even to spice things up, I'll start the timer here. And give me 1 minute, guys. Oh, I'm just catching up with the chat here at this very moment. Yeah, you're good to wonder about the time zones. Yeah, I am able to go for some weird time zones, but that's only because me being a student. Oh shit, what happened? Oh no, it's fine. Okay, cool, all good. So I'll just get a piece of chocolate there. Be right back.